I think there were a couple of moments for me. I've been illustrating and doing art for my entire life, but the first t-shirt I designed was in high school, and it was for like a spirit week thing. We were doing like our class mascot. And so I like drew it and like took it into Illustrator and cleaned it up and like started learning how to use vectors. So that was one moment. And then another moment was during my sophomore year in college. And I was redesigning the branding for this nonprofit that I'd been a part of as a kid. It's called Troy Camp, and I was a camper, and then now I was a counselor in college. So I like volunteered my design skills, what I had at the time, to help rebrand it. And that was kind of, it was big for me because the organization mattered so much to me and had been such a huge part of my life. Yeah, so it's called USC Troy Camp, and they started out as taking kids from South Central to camp for free every year for a week. So that's how I got into it, and then they built on top of that and had middle school and high school programs where they mentor students and get them college ready. So I actually was one of the first students to go through all of that and then like be on the board of the nonprofit. So it was really cool. There's a show on Oprah's channel called Mind Your Business, and it's about the host on there helps Black women-owned businesses sort of fix like internal problems they're having, and the one that I worked on was a pudding food truck, and they needed to like rebrand really badly. They had a very like 2005 sort of look, so I got the chance to be the lead designer on it through my firm. So I like hand drew the logo, and I got to make this cute little character, and I was really glad that they picked me because it was something that like personally and politically mattered a lot to me. And then on top of that, to be like on Oprah's channel, like on the show that's hosted by a Black woman for Black women, like that's really cool. It was awesome to just like be a part of sort of that chain of women helping each other. I'm realizing more and more that like my biggest advocate and my like ride or die, so to speak, has been my mom. She raised me herself, and just throughout my life she got me into like the middle and high school that I went to, which led to the college that I went to, and she's just always been there for me in every capacity, and I feel like I could ask her for support in any capacity and she would be willing to give it or find somebody that could help me. I also want to shout out the people at my current job, Clever Creative. We call it like the creative cabin, and it really is like a family there. So many mentors and friends that I have there, and going to work every day genuinely is a joy. And I want to shout out my boyfriend. He's super cool and he supports me as well.